This is a story about how the pay-to-win element of Diablo Immortal has been taken to the next level, a newer level. And in interest of all the parties that I'm going to be discussing inside of today's video, I'm not going to mention any player names, nor am I going to mention any clan names. That's going to be left out of it. All of that you're going to need to know is that this is all taking place in my home server, the Iceburn tier server, which has always been called home to me. So as we tell this story, I'll log into the game and see what's going on for right now, but really that is not what matters. So we have a clan that was actually has many members that were at one point in time part of the Scrappy Echoes during our initial reign inside of Diablo Immortal a year ago when it launched. Since then, the clan has branched out and they started their own family of very dedicated players, spenders that has spent a lot of money inside of the game, and players that have a huge and active clan family, all participating, highly organized, and really loving and investing inside of Diablo Immortal. Now, I did mention that this clan had spenders, people that had very high resonance, that were very strong players, and this clan was filled with a bunch of people that I would call friends that I've met over time and really enjoyed playing with inside of Diablo Immortal. Now, for the purpose, like I mentioned, of this, we are not going to share what the clan name is or what names of players are from this whole story. That clan, this clan family, I would even go as far as saying, has decided to leave the server. As of right now, and starting tomorrow, or starting now into tomorrow, they are all leaving the server and going to make a new server, which I don't yet know which one it is. They're going to call it home. This is bad for the game. This is bad for my server. And before I go into why they're leaving, I'll go into why it's actually a bad thing. First of all, we have a massive clan family of highly active players populating our server that are just not going to be here anymore. They're not going to be replaced with anyone until others start to trickle in. There's no other clan that's coming to take their place. They are just deciding to go, which is going to leave a crater in our server of active players that we were able to participate in, do the Shadows versus Immortal stuff with, that are even active in the market. People that were buying the gems that I was selling, that's going to be gone for a large part of it. Definitely not all of it. I'll be able to tell you over the next week or so whether I feel it or if it's really not felt at all. And keep in mind, we're still gonna be able to party with these people through many different events, dungeons and things like that, because we could do cross-server type stuff. So that's cool as well. They're not gone forever. And I will also mention that this clan of friends, they reached out to a bunch of us in the Scrappy Echoes and they said, look guys, we're going to be leaving. This is why. Do you want to come with us? But my clan, my family, and the people that are in my warband, etc., we've all decided to stay where we are. This is the Iceburn tier server. It's where we've been since day one, and we really don't want to go anywhere. Plus, the Scrappy Echoes, everyone that I play with, we're a bit more casual. We don't care about being immortals anymore. That was cool. We were there. We experienced it. And just about a month and a half ago, we got to experience it again. And to be honest with you, it's cool, but it's not something I would ever strive to be. Now, the question is that you're probably saying at this point is, Echo, why did they go? Well, we have another clan family, probably even a larger clan family that is going to remain nameless, that is heavy, heavy whales. To the point of you have a player specifically that has maxed out their entire account, that is now paying to max out other players in their clan's accounts as well. So you have one maximum resonance player that is now saying they want to dominate. So to do that, they can't do it themselves. So they're going to pay for theirs, their clanmates, their clanmates, and their clanmates. I don't know how far down the line this goes. So we're getting a clan that is essentially because of the spend inside of the game, because of the resonance being gained, that are going to easily dominate the server and control anything related to Shadows versus Immortals. So I may say, well, what does that matter to me? I don't care about Shadows or Immortals. I don't care to be an Immortal. So in that case, it really won't impact me. I'm more impacted by the group of friends and the strong clan family of 50 to 100 people leaving the server that are highly active players. That is what's disturbing. But it brings up the whole element. You know, everyone complained about when Diablo Immortal launched, like how gems are so pay to win and resonance so pay to win. But this is a whole nother element of it where you have a family, let's say 50 for ease of numbers, players that are extremely active, extremely strong, and spend inside of the game, that are driven to the point where they feel that they just can't be competitive the way that they want to because of another clan and another clan's resonance. Be it someone is paying for everyone's residence in the clan, be it if everyone buys their own residence in the clan. The point here is we have a clan of players who love Diablo Immortal and who have commit to playing it and invested in it, that feel that the entire server is monopolized by a clan that has just spent more, and that spend and that power is unattainable by the other clan. They just can't compete. And that is a next level of pay to win. Now, again, I want to put this out there and say this is only for Shadows versus Immortals. In, I don't want to say, in defense of Blizzard and Diablo Immortal as a whole, when the game came out, we had Battlegrounds, heavy in, you know, pay to win elements with resonance, etc. We had Shadows versus Immortals, heavy in resonance, etc. And we had nothing else. We had Elder Rifts, we had open world farming. Since then, a year later, we've now gotten many other different types of game modes. Trial of the Hordes is what we've been doing a lot lately this week, another game mode that does not take into effect your resonance. We also had the new Battle Royale style mode that I can't wait for it to come back. I didn't play enough of it when it was here, and I can't wait for it to come back. Another PvP game mode that doesn't impact your resonance. But for the players that do care about the Immortals, I mean, the game is called Diablo Immortal. That's what we're supposed to care about, is being the Immortal, being the Shadows to keep the Immortals in check. And when the Immortals show a kink in their armor, we go and attack that and become the Immortals ourselves for the good of Sanctuary. That's what this is really supposed to be about. A lot of us don't care about that anymore because it's a grind that we don't enjoy as much as the other grind inside of the game. So I guess what I want to share is that this, as I see it happening on my server, who knows how many other servers this has happened on? Who knows how many players have come to the Iceburn tier server to play with us that left their server because maybe they were experiencing something similar. So I'm curious to see if you guys have had any experiences like this inside of your servers, because there's a bunch of servers in the game. We are not all in the same one. There's different economics. There's different political elements that go on inside of the game between Shadows and Immortals. Our gems have different value based on the whale spend inside of the game. I mean, I could sell gems at this point, regular gems, for near 400 platinum for about half of the gems that I could attain. Other people can maybe get 100 platinum. It is based on the number of whales we have in the server. And now that I think about it, when I throw up a blue gem for 400 platinum, those things go nearly instantly, which tells me there are players who have their wallets open who are waiting to just eat up anything that's being thrown into the market to power up their accounts. This was strong enough to have one of the strongest clan families inside of my server to pick up their bags and to go to a different server to try and get more enjoyment out of the game. I'm sad to see them go. I'm sad about having friends leave. I'm sad about what it's going to do to the server itself. And again, I'll kind of report back in a week or two, letting you know if I feel it or not. Hopefully I don't. Hopefully this is just initial worry and it really is all fine. But it is not what you want for the game. You don't want how much money people spend to impact in such a great way where people decide to play the game. But I guess on a positive note, at least they can go. At least they are not stuck here. There was a time when there was no type of server transfer, where you were on your server and you lived in your server and that was it. So at least they have the option now to go elsewhere so that they don't lose out on their accounts, on anything that they've grinded, and their just gameplay experience overall. Let me know your experiences. Thank you for sticking around and listening to this, but I guess as we put it, players are leaving. Server Iceburn tier is no number. And it's not a good thing.